Well, what's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I told you, I told you, mother humpers, what was going to happen. I told you, I said it. I've been saying it all day. I said it last night. Mike McCarthy is coming back for the Dallas Cowboys. I told you that. Because Jerry Jones looks at it and say, hey, I'm really disappointed in what happened in here. But we got 12 win seasons back to back. I made more money. I looked at all of the damn games. You know how many times we were like the #1 show on TV. We broke freaking records. And when we were breaking records, they just buying all my stuff up, just making me some more of that damn money. And even with all this drama that's going on, we still, them boys, we still have them hooked around my little finger. They still are waiting. This is like the damn Pope, because excuse me for saying damn for the Pope. He ain't damning nobody. That's the devil. That's my best buddy, the devil. But when they're picking a new Pope, they got that fire, the fire. They got fire in there and stuff, the stove, and then they throw some oil on it, and they make the black smoke, which some people could say could be the devil, and it lets you know they done made a decision. Well, next to the Pope, you got the Dallas Cowboys. Even though there's 4 games this weekend, they're all waiting for me to decide the fate, the one Mike McCarthy. It don't really matter who I put out there, because I'm going to still get paid. I'm still going to be talked about, because you know what? When they say we them boys, I'm the boy they talking about. But anyway, let's go to Total Access. That's letting you know exactly what I told you was going to happen. Say it like this. Hey, it's coming up. It's coming up.
Welcome back in. Some breaking news here from NFL Total Access. NFL Insider
Told you. I told you.
Mike McCarthy is set to return as the Cowboys head coach in 2024. Now this is coming.
You don't want to pay him not to be there.
Uncertainty regarding his status after that huge Cowboys loss to the Green Bay Packers, kicking them out of the playoffs. Also some elusiveness from Cowboys owner Jerry Jones regarding McCarthy's future, but now we know for sure he's set to return in Dallas in 2024. And Rob, what's your immediate reaction to the news?
Oh, wow. My immediate reaction, well, I understand why he's still the head coach. I mean, 3 seasons consecutively for 12 wins, all of those things. But I will say this, just watching that game this past weekend, the Green Bay Packers knew exactly where these receivers were going. They knew exactly with the play concepts, and this is coming from a guy who fired the OC last year, who said he wasn't creative enough. So for me, I just got some issue, a little bit of an issue with this, because he's an offensive guy, and the offense had issues. I just got a problem with that. That's all.
And they have to go in the field. He's got to go in the lab, right? They got to figure some things out. Situational football is terrible. Schematically, they're not good. They're not in the current age. They're just not there. They were there for like 2 weeks, and because he copy and pasted from some other guys. So for me, it's like you need the same old stuff unless he goes in there and fixes some stuff in the offseason.
42-25 in the last 4 years. No changes in Dallas. Of course, we'll have more on this tomorrow.
Yeah.
I told you. I told you, Mike McCarthy. I've been trying. I told you all day long. You heard the talking heads out there basically trying to soften the blow. Basically going out there and letting you know it ain't changing. It ain't changing. Last night, I was on literally on the ledge there with Game Time Brian, trying to get him to talk me off. And here's the reality. As much as people want to say, let's just blow it up. I know you don't like Dak Prescott. I know a lot of y'all just say he's a choker and stuff. But have you looked around at some of the other teams? I mean, seriously, have you taken a good look around? When you just say, just get somebody else, well, it's not that simple. It's just not. Between the salary cap and trying to keep the right guys, trying to pick guys and understand if they're going to be able to be, great players or not. It's not like the Cowboys are the only team that's failing out there. I know it sucks. We get 12 wins and we think that we going to beat them boys and in the Super Bowl and stuff. But you're so close. The thing that will be the difference here, okay? I don't have a problem with Mike McCarthy coming back. I don't have a problem with Dak Prescott coming back, or Mike or CD. As long as Jerry Jones recognizes we have to do more. I know everybody says, well, Dak needs the perfect situation to win. Well, okay, how about we make that perfect situation? It's not that hard to go ahead and say, we're going to take some chances on some players that are not old, that are not broke down, that are proven players to help us get over the hump. You can't tell me, you honestly cannot say to me that had 2 years ago we had signed Bobby Wagner, who wanted to come here, along with, say, I don't know, Von Miller, that if you put those two guys in that defense, that defense right there would have given up what they did. You can't tell me that. And you can't tell me that if you hadn't made a trade, a late round pick for Derrick Henry and brought him in, or somebody of that nature or that stature, and put a running game behind Dak Prescott for the playoffs, that this team wouldn't have done better than what they did against Green Bay. You can't look me in the face. You can't look me in the face and tell me if we had made 3 moves like that, and I'm not saying necessarily had to be those guys, but instead of going for the George Ilokas of the world or the Anthony Barrs, that you actually go out and get some real players to help you out. You can do it if you want to. There's ways of getting money. It's not a problem. And I don't want to hear the shit that you can't do it because you got to pay people. That's Micah's money. That's the bullshit line that they give you. Because you see teams go out there constantly, teams that are way over the cap, somehow find a way to be able to bring in more players and more talent and improve their situation. Don't tell me, don't piss on my head, Jerry. Don't piss on my head and tell me it's raining, okay? You know what to do. You did it before. You understood. You had to go get a Charles Haley. You had to go out there and get a prime time. You had to make moves that cost money and took risks. You ain't taking any risks. You keep talking about wanting to go to the Super Bowl. You keep talking about ain't no check too big. Okay, Jerry, it's time for you to put your money where your mouth is. And you got plenty of money and plenty of mouth. So let's put that shit to work for once. How about that? How about we go out here and get it together? And instead of blaming the coach who doesn't have enough to work with, or the quarterback who's working with subpar talent, going against teams that have all of the above, how about we blame you for not doing enough? Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott can do it, but they can't do that shit alone. They can't do that shit alone. You must get the players to succeed. That's all I got to say about that.